From a simple hoe carving a line in the earth to an AI-powered drone scanning millions of data points from the sky, how did humanity's oldest profession become its most futuristic? What if the key to feeding our future lies not just in the soil, but in the silicon? Welcome to the Fields of Innovation YouTube channel. Smart farming starts here. Discover the future of agriculture, where we share information about technology applied in agriculture. Today, we're embarking on an incredible journey, tracing the evolution of farming. From its ancient roots to the cutting edge of artificial intelligence, human ingenuity has always been the driving force behind our ability to feed ourselves. For millennia, we relied on muscle, sweat, and a deep intuitive connection to the land. But as our world faces unprecedented challenges like a booming population and a rapidly changing climate, the need for innovation has never been more urgent. This isn't just a story about technology. It's a story about survival, adaptation, and our collective responsibility to sustainably nourish a planet of 10 billion people. For anyone curious about how agriculture changed over time or the role of AI in farming, this journey will reveal how we got here and where we are headed next. Let's begin at the dawn of civilization, where survival was a daily struggle and innovation was born from pure necessity. The earliest farmers used simple, yet revolutionary, hand tools: a sharpened digging stick to break ground, a stone hoe to cultivate soil, a sickle to harvest grain. These humble instruments were extensions of the human hand, allowing our ancestors to transition from a nomadic hunter-gatherer existence to a settled, agrarian life. This shift was monumental. For the first time, humans could produce a surplus of food, which led to the establishment of permanent villages that grew into the great ancient civilizations of Egypt, Mesopotamia, China, and The domestication of animals like oxen provided the first significant boost in power, enabling farmers to plow larger plots of land than they ever could by hand. Farming was a family or community affair, with every member contributing to the laborious process of planting, tending, and harvesting. This foundational chapter in our story highlights a timeless principle: necessity is the mother of invention. The limitations of manual labor and the constant need for more food set the stage for the next great leap forward. A revolution that would be powered not by muscle, but by metal and steam. The history of agriculture is rich with these early innovations, and understanding these ancient farming tools is key to appreciating the scale of the changes that were to come. The second chapter of our story explodes with the noise and power of the industrial era. This was the moment agriculture began to scale globally, shifting from human and animal power to machine power. The invention of the steel plow by John Deere in the 1830s was a game-changer, allowing farmers to effortlessly cut through the tough prairie soils of the American Midwest. But the true revolution came with the harnessing of steam. Massive, steam-powered tractors began to crawl across the landscape, doing the work of dozens of oxen or horses in a fraction of the time. They were soon followed by combine harvesters, miraculous machines that could reap, thresh, and winnow grain in a single pass. This wave of mechanization drastically increased productivity and dramatically reduced the need for manual labor on farms, triggering mass migrations from rural areas to growing industrial cities. The momentum continued into the 20th century with the Green Revolution. This period saw the development of high-yield crop varieties, the widespread use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides, and the expansion of large-scale irrigation systems. Yields skyrocketed, helping to feed a rapidly growing global population. However, this progress came at a cost. Industrial farming introduced a dependency on chemical inputs, which led to new environmental strains, soil degradation, and water pollution. This contrast is crucial. Mechanization empowered humanity to feed billions, but it also created complex social and ecological challenges that we are still grappling with today. The history of the tractor and the impact of the Green Revolution are pivotal moments that define modern agricultural machinery and industrial farming. As the clatter of machinery gave way to the quiet hum of computers, agriculture entered its third major transformation, the digital age. This chapter bridges the gap between the mechanical past and the intelligent future. The introduction of computers, GPS technology, and satellite imaging gave farmers a new, unprecedented view of their land. No longer did they have to rely solely on intuition and experience. Now they had data. This birthed the concept of precision agriculture, a management philosophy centered on using information technology to ensure that crops and soil receive exactly what they need for optimum health and productivity. Imagine a farmer, no longer just walking their fields, but analyzing detailed maps generated from satellite imagery. These maps could reveal variations in soil health, moisture levels, or nutrient deficiencies with pinpoint accuracy. This allowed for the targeted application of fertilizer, water, and pesticides, a practice known as variable rate technology. Farmers began using GPS-guided tractors to plant seeds with sub-inch precision, optimizing spacing and eliminating overlap. Drones equipped with specialized sensors could fly over fields, measuring nitrogen levels in plants or identifying areas under stress from pests or drought. Data became the new soil, the fertile ground from which smarter, more efficient decisions could grow. This digital transformation in agriculture laid the essential groundwork for the next most radical leap yet, making terms like farming data analytics and satellite farming part of the modern farmer's vocabulary. We have now arrived at the cutting edge, where agriculture intersects with artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, IoT, and robotics. This is where the story becomes truly futuristic. AI is no longer a concept from science fiction. It is actively reshaping every aspect of the modern farm. AI algorithms can now analyze vast datasets from weather patterns, soil sensor readings, and drone imagery to predict crop health, identify diseases before they are visible to the human eye, and recommend precise interventions. Smart irrigation systems use AI to determine exactly when and how much water a plant needs, conserving this precious resource on a massive scale. The physical labor of farming is also being transformed. Fully autonomous tractors, guided by AI and GPS, can plow, plant, and till fields 24 hours a day without a human driver. Robotic harvesters, equipped with computer vision, can gently pick delicate fruits like strawberries or apples, identifying and selecting only those that are perfectly ripe. A network of IoT sensors spread across a field can create a digital twin of the farm, providing real-time updates on everything from soil moisture to the location of livestock. The benefits are immense: higher yields, a dramatic reduction in waste, optimized use of water and chemicals, and the potential for more sustainable farming models. However, this revolution also presents challenges. The high cost of these technologies can be a barrier for smaller farms. There's a need for greater digital literacy in rural communities, and it raises complex ethical questions about data ownership and the future of farm labor. Keywords like AI in agriculture, agricultural robots, and smart farming are now attracting interest from both the tech and farming communities, marking this as the thrilling climax of our evolutionary tale. To bring this technology from the abstract to the real world, let's look at some case studies. In the vast farmlands of the United States and Canada, large-scale agribusinesses are deploying fleets of autonomous tractors and using AI platforms to manage thousands of acres with unparalleled precision. They are seeing significant gains in efficiency, tracking their carbon footprint, and reducing their reliance on chemical inputs. Meanwhile, in the UK, a family-run farm might be using a smaller, more targeted approach. Perhaps they've invested in a single drone for crop surveillance or installed soil sensors to optimize irrigation for their high-value crops, leading to a 20% reduction in water use. In Australia, where water is a critical and often scarce resource, farmers are using AI-powered irrigation systems to survive and thrive during periods of drought. These systems analyze real-time weather data and soil moisture levels to deliver water directly to the plant's roots, minimizing evaporation and waste. These examples are vital because they humanize the technology. They show that behind every sophisticated algorithm and autonomous robot, there is still a farmer, a person who is adapting, learning, and innovating to meet the challenges of their specific environment. This regional focus on AI farming in the US, smart agriculture in Canada, and Australian AgriTech demonstrates that the tech revolution is not a one-size-fits-all solution, but a flexible toolkit being adopted by farmers all over the world. So, where is this journey taking us? What does the future of farming hold, and what does it mean for all of us who depend on it? We are moving toward a future that may include fully autonomous farms, where interconnected AI systems make most of the operational decisions. We'll see the rise of vertical farms in our cities, multi-story buildings where crops are grown under perfectly controlled, AI-managed conditions, reducing transportation costs and bringing fresh produce closer to consumers. We may even see lab-grown food become a mainstream source of protein, further reducing the environmental impact of traditional livestock farming. These advancements will have profound social implications. The role of the farmer will evolve from a manual laborer to a data scientist, a robotics technician, and a systems manager. New skills will be required, and our educational systems will need to adapt. We must also address the ethical dimensions of this transition, ensuring that access to these technologies is equitable and that we build a future of climate-resilient farming that benefits all of society, not just a select few. This future isn't about technology replacing humans. It's about empowering humans to become co-creators of a smarter, greener, and more sustainable world. Future-focused topics like autonomous agriculture and vertical farming trends are not just buzzwords. They are roadmaps to feeding the world in 2050 and beyond. Today, we've journeyed from the simple hoe that helped build civilizations to the complex AI that will sustain them. We've seen how mechanization scaled our food production, how digital tools brought precision to the field, and how artificial intelligence is now ushering in an era of unprecedented efficiency and sustainability. Each leap forward was driven by the same fundamental human impulse, the need to innovate in order to feed our world and protect our planet. The tools have changed, but the mission remains the same. Now we want to hear from you. Will AI replace farmers, or will it empower them to become more effective than ever before? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this journey through the evolution of farming insightful, please give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to Fields of Innovation for more content on the future of agriculture. Next, we'll uncover the rise of vertical farming and explore the technology behind AI-controlled greenhouses. Thank you for watching.